How's it going, everybody? It is I, your sadistic spirit guide, Yokai Poppy Wolf, and today we're going to be discussing the newest chapter of Jojolands, that being Chapter 1. We're finally here, Jojolands. Let's go! I'm excited. I read this chapter, and I have a lot of thoughts on it. I actually really enjoy where this is going with. But before we go into anything, let's talk about the summer, shall we? So, the chapter begins with Jodio and his Big Brother Dragona driving down, listening to Dua Lipa until they're pulled over by the cops. The cops are suspicious of them and they start looking for drugs. They start searching Dragona since they're the oldest, only to find that Dragona is biologically male but is identifying as a trans male to female, or trans female, and is being horribly inappropriately attacked by the officer to see if what else they got on them, only for Jodio to get out of the car and shut the cop up and use his stand ability, which I believe was pelting them with amount of force to get them off. We later find out that this stand's name is November Rain, which has got me fucking hyped. While that's happening and the other officer is coming toward the rescue of the first officer, Dragona uses their ability, and theirs is called Smooth Operator, which allows them to basically run smoothly against any object and take elements off of it, or able to smooth through it off and replace it somewhere. She then moves the eyes of the said officer down lower on the face and the mouth a little higher, and they both get away with the car, only to go to a junkyard where, yes, the car that they had was stolen, and they're not innocent kids, they're very much drug peddlers. They make their money, they go their separate ways, and they give the background story that they are Jodio and Dragona Joestar. Their mother is Barbara Ann Joestar, and their cousin family is the Yoshikages. So this is very interesting. This is I believe this is connected to the timeline that we've seen before with Josuke and Johnny. So I am excited to see where this is. They do blur out some parts of the family tree, so we don't know who's where and where's where. But it still is exciting to see this branch family have their own stand abilities as well. They break down the story that they're living with their single mother, and she does everything for them. They're very much these cartel kids in a sense. They're just kids affiliated in a life that's very dark. I really am attracted to this storyline. It's very much mirroring part 5, but it has its own American spin on it. As we continue through, Jodio's on his way to school, only to be I want to say attacked, but to be pushed by another kid who wants him to sell him something. Jodio gets pissed off, uses his stand ability, and then goes his merry way, letting the said student know where the drugs are and how the money works, and letting him know, bro, you're so fucking, I love how Jodio very much lets him know, bro, you are being burnt, stop fucking coming to me like this, do my system. And speaking of systems, we hear how Jodio views the world. He views it as one big mechanism. He enjoys seeing the social aspect of the world. I did this as a kid, I got respect. It's much more his morality is being shown in the way he views the world, with it being mechanisms, that every part has its piece, or every machine has its piece, and it goes its own way. And he's very much interested in how machines work and how they ultimately go. The reason why he goes to school itself is because of the mechanism system that he enjoys viewing, being an outsider looking in. We then get a little hint of characters that are going to be important later, such as the principal and another character, and eventually we fast forward to Dragona and Jodio and the said characters all meeting at this fashion boutique called Eco, where the principal is I think her name is Meryl May, is their essentially boss. She's their capo. She's their the one who sets them on jobs and has them do everything. It's actually pretty fucking rad that the principal's doing this, and she's like, yo, we got a job and we're gonna discuss this job because it's got some money coming. We do know that another character stand ability, that being though I'm trying to look for his name real quick, it is gonna drive me insane, but We do know that they're getting prepped to steal a diamond. The other character's name is Paco. Paco's ability is actually pretty fucking cool. I actually think it's interesting. His ability is simply known as the hustle, in which he's able to steal stuff. And it's starting to show the abilities of each person. But they get told by Meryl May that, hey, we're getting a job. It's about a diamond. It's $26 million. You guys are going to get a big cut from it. So let's get going. And I do love how Jodio kind of views the world. He's very not such a silent protagonist, but he does mirror Giorno's thoughts a bunch. That he's very perceptive on things. And one thing he notices is like, look, Paco's gonna be down to steal. I saw the way his face lightened up. Dragona is my big brother. Dragona is already ready to get it because they're already thinking about all the things they can buy with said money. So ultimately, I have to do it since he's the youngest. That being 15, Dragona is 18, and Paco's 19. Meryl May does give them a good like, okay, perfect, but you're not doing a 3-man team. You will be a 4-man team to rob this person. And they're kind of surprised that it is the kid who was being burnt and trying to buy the drugs on the bus that is the 4th member of the team. We don't know his stand ability. We don't know anything about his abilities at all. We just know that he's not a drug addict, surprisingly, and he's resourceful in a way. So Jodio's still kind of resilient about this idea, but eventually they agree to it, only for exposition to be told from us that no matter how many people they had on this job, it was never going to be enough. And we just get the ending chapter with letting us know what the Stan's abilities are and exactly the premise of said job. What I think about this as a first chapter is, honestly, I'm gonna give this I gave this an 8 out of 10. It was actually pretty fucking cool. It was very interesting. I had to read the chapter a couple times to like figure out a rating for this, but I am stemming from it because I love seeing introduction to characters. I do love seeing how interesting characters can be. I love seeing personalities slowly reveal themselves, and this chapter actually does a good job of letting us know who the characters are, what they want, what they're about, and like the motivations. I think one thing I really loved about Araki's work is he's always giving characters motivations first and then situations second. And what I mean by that is Giorno's first want in part 5 is he wants to be a gang star. Then we put him in a situation in which, how does he become a gang star? Instead of having the situation make his motive, it's his motive first, then situation. In part 4, Josuke is just wanting to protect Moria from unsavory characters, and then we put in unsavory characters to give him the reason to fight against something. Part 6, Jolene is very much just trying to, it's a little different for Jolene, but Jolene eventually finds her motive is this, to get out and be free and to prove her name wrong, and then we get the sad situations in which that happens. Like I said, I really enjoy when Araki writes characters for motive first then situation. It makes it more fun, it makes it more engaging, because then we were more pleasantly surprised about the freak of the week or the freak of the month that we get, where it's a random stand users who goes against this character and how this character beats them. Like it just makes it more fun that way. Talking about the characters, I really do like Dragona's character. Having a trans character or transitioning trans character in the story is very interesting. Araki's never been one to be shy of adding things that most people are not sadly okay with, but that it just rocks the boat a bit. And I am excited to see Dragona's character. Dragona does come off pretty cool. I think Smooth Operator is a fantastic fucking ability. Being able to like, just let's say if I wanted to remove a mole, she can just touch her mole and it just fucking comes off. So her stand ability is kind of like Guido Mista, where there's like little like harvest kind of things that just kind of take it off, or just rip it off the surface in a sense that's very like almost like fluid. I think that's awesome because you can then like turn everything. You can turn a knob and put it on somewhere on a microwave. Let's say the knob's on the left side, you can move it to the right side, and it kind of could probably still work. I'm not positively sure, but you move it almost like fluidly. And then we do see Jodio, who I'm actually kind of pleasantly surprised. I like a character who's very much outside in, who's observing everything. To see him being 15 years old and kind of just doing his own thing and have his own sense of morality is fun. It makes it more complex character, and his ability November Rain has still got me thinking. I don't know exactly what it does. It does have like a sense that it's pelting somebody with weight, so I don't know if he can change the density of the rain or if he can change the density of which is coming down as rain. I'm not positively sure yet, but eventually as the chapters go on, we'll be definitely on a lookout to see how powerful that ability is. Paco is a fun character. I do like how he's kind of like the comedy relief, the natural thief, the thief who can't help but steal just because he wants to steal. I am excited to see more what his ability can do. We do know like it kind of seems like it's static or it's glue, or it's like just attracted to his body. I think it might be more than that. It's giving me the hand vibes, with also giving me what was that one chick from part 3? I don't remember her ability's name, but where it's magnetized almost, from what it seems. Mero May seems like a cool character. I'm excited. Maybe I feel like she potentially is a stand user, or a rock person. I don't know exactly what, but I am excited to see what they got going on for them. I do like the fact that they're under a boss. It's kind of very much like La Reina del Sur, where it's like a woman is in charge and she's leading the front. I think a lot of this is fun. I think it's a lot of cool concepts, a lot of cool things that we're gonna get. And I'm just very impressed about how Iraqi sets everything up, and it grabs my interest right off rip. Iraqi is fucking bizarre as fuck, like, and his writing shows it in this. I do like the exclamation that they are a branch family of the Yoshikages, both their mom Barbara Ann Joestar being related to Kira Holly, which makes me think that this is the same Holly Joestar that is I believe the daughter of Johnny Joestar. I'm not positive, but yeah, you know where, guys, I stand on this. That being said, this chapter is ultimately a great way to start Jojolands. I'm excited. This is a man, like, the motive of Jodio's being like, he loves mechanisms and he wants to be rich, not for rich sake, but because it's along the mechanisms, is fucking great. I think that's a cool motive. I mean, we had Giorno say he wants to be a gangstar, and we have Jodio saying this is how I became the richest kid on an island and became the main bad boss. And again, it's very much mirroring Giorno vibes, and I'm very much excited to see why this guy wants money so much, or like the implication of why money is is a powerful thing they have in Hawaii. It's giving me Hawaii 5-0 vibes, if I'm being honest. Or like yeah, very much Hawaii 5-0 vibes. Yeah, ultimately I really love this chapter, man. It is a fucking, like I said, 8 out of 10. Iraqi's added again. I'm excited to see more, and this is what he really does. Is he really does paint a beautiful world and a beautiful characters with interesting motives and concepts that we really want to see get pushed and see how far it goes. So yeah, all that being said, I have been your sadistic spirit guide, Yokai Poppy. We're saying peace out, peace and love, guys, and adios, and we'll be back with chapter 2 next month. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.